Yes, hello to each one of us, ladies and gentlemen. I do quite believe that all of you are still enjoying your festivities and are having a Merry Christmas, soon to having also a Happy New Year 2025. Nice, nice. So this is Teacher Fred speaking to us, and today I would like to share with us some 5 reasons why some people, or should I say most people, struggle in learning German, right? So in this video today, I want to share with us some of the reasons why some people struggle in learning German. And then of course at the end, I'm going to be giving you some of the tips on how you can combat these hindrances, okay? So let's get straight to it. Now, the first reason I've realized people normally have a problem with learning German is not having a clear goal. Not having a clear goal, a clear aim, or a reason as to why they're studying. I could also classify it as a motivation, right? So you realize that if I don't have a clear target or reason as to why I am studying the German, it will make you struggle a bit because you will not stay consistent in the study because there is no clear aim at the end of it, right? So this is a very big hindrance when one is learning the language and doesn't have a clear goal. Are you doing it for work? Are you doing it for studies? Are you doing it for family? So if one is not able to answer that, it becomes difficult for one to study, right? And then of course, most would say, I'm doing it because I was forced to do it, right? Maybe I'm doing it because my friend is doing it. No, that is not a good aim or goal, right? So that is the first hindrance that can make it hard for one to learn German. Now, the second one is when one hasn't decided on how they're going to learn it. Are you going to learn it online? Are you going to learn it physically? Are you going to learn it in a group or privately? So not having answered the question how you're going to learn it is also going to be a bit of a hindrance to many, because you find someone does it online for 2 days, and then also wants to do it physically a day, and then of course maybe you want to do it in a group, etc. So not knowing how you're going to answer to do it is also going to present a challenge. So one has to decide how you're going to do it. And then the third reason is about time and consistency, right? Time and consistency. Now, it's important that one decides on how they're going to do it. That is in terms of time and how consistent are they going to do it. Are you going to do it daily? Are you going to do it like twice a week, like 3 days a week? Because I know most of us are adults, right? And most of us have to go to work. Sometimes you have night shifts, sometimes you have day shifts, right? So not having established a consistent time pattern makes it also a challenge to most of people who are looking to study it. So that is the third reason. The fourth one, this is a nice one. Now, the fourth one is excuses, right? When one comes up with the excuse, oh, I am too old, I cannot study. Oh, I am an adult, I have to think of a lot of things, right? Someone says, I am a man, language is for ladies. Someone says, I am too young. No, all those are good excuses, right? I call them excuses because in our classes we've had 70-year-olds learning, we've had 50-year-olds learning, we've had 10 years old people learning. So those are just good excuses. As I always like to challenge my students, you are either going to get good results or good excuses, right? So excuses are also a limiting factor. And then the last reason I've seen that can also limit one from learning is arrogance, right? Arrogance or unteachable spirit. Now, if one is not willing to learn, right? If one is not willing to be taught, because there's this personality when you say, you cannot teach me anything, right? I read this, or this other person said this, or maybe I watched this like this. So a bottom line is that when one is not able to be taught, it tends to limit the ability of learning, right? By this, I'm not saying that one should not be questioning. No, it's good to be questioning, but the point I'm referring to is arrogance, right? Arrogance or being unable to be taught. As I always point out in the book I wrote, is that a good teacher must also be a good student, right? Like for my case, I sometimes also have to submit to someone who is above me, right? I have to be able to be corrected. I have to be able to learn without getting angry or something like that, right? So These are the reasons that tend to make learning German difficult. So how can you make it easy, or how can you make learning German able for you? Now, the first thing I would recommend is have a clear goal, right? Have a clear motivation. Why are you learning German? Are you learning it to go and work in Germany? Are you learning it because you have a family over there, you want to go and stay with them? Are you learning it because you love it, like passionate about the language? What is your reason? Once you're able to answer this, I can guarantee you, it will make you become obsessively focused in achieving the goal. All right. So the first thing I would recommend you do is get or set up your motivation. Number two, set up your time frame. How are you going to study it? How long? Are you going to do it online? Are you going to do it physically? And there's this myth that people say, oh, you cannot learn German online. If you do it online, you will fail. No, I'm here to tell you from the experience of teaching both online and physically, I can tell you that both of them, one can pass. There are those who have done it online successfully and passed up until the B2, B1, all these other levels. And then, of course, there are those who have done it physically and also still passed. So let no one tell you that if you do it online, you won't pass. If you do it physically, you won't. No, those are just myths, all right? So number one, remember, set up a clear goal. Number two, decide on your time frame. How are you going to do it? How long? And then, of course, number three, stay consistent. I guarantee you, if you do these three continuously and consistently, then you will get to pass German with flying colors, all right? So this is Teacher Fred speaking to us. And if in case you might be looking forward to enroll with us, feel free to DM us, or I'll be putting an email right here if in case you will need to consult or get more information. So with that said and done, das ist alles für heute. Tschüss, and I'm wishing us still a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. I'll be seeing you in the next one. Cheers.